Hey guys, so for today's video I created this gorgeous kind of coppery smoky eye using the Melt Cosmetics Gemini 2 palette. This is now my second video with this palette. In my first video I created 2 looks with this palette, so this is now my third look with this palette. If you want to check out that other video, I'll link it down below for you. And if you want to see how I created this eyeshadow look, go ahead and keep on watching. I'm excited to dig into this palette again. Let's get started. I'm going to start with Sweetheart on a Sigma E25, and I'm going to blend this shade all throughout my crease. And I did already prime my eye with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, and I set that with the translucent powder. I am going to build up this shade just a little bit, so I did dip back into the shadow. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Bella, and I'm going to use that to blend around the edges of the Sweetheart shade. I really love Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows, especially the matte shades are just so easy to blend and they're so easy to work with. I love them. Now I'm going to take a Sigma E54 in the shade Lovesick, and I'm going to build that up on the outer half of my lid. So I'm just kind of doing stamping motions right now to really press down this eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go back to my E25 and just softly blend over that to soften it out. I also want to mention that I didn't put any concealer under my eyes because I know I would have a little bit of fallout with this palette, so I will clean up my under eyes later. Now I'm going to go back in with that Sweetheart shade that we started with and just kind of blend around that Lovesick color. If you ever need help blending, I always recommend going back to the previous shade you were using, so in this case it's Sweetheart. And now I'm going to build up Lovesick just a little bit more, just to make sure it's nice and pigmented. Now I'm going to take the shade Schmood on my finger. I love a good coppery shade like this, and that's going to go in the inner part of my lid. My nail is making this a little bit difficult, so I will have to touch this up in a second. See, my nail kind of poked myself right there. I'm going to take my E25 and just softly blend around that shimmer. Now I'm just going to take a clean little blending brush and try to blend away this little mark that I made. Now I'm going to take more Schmood on my E54 and just touch up this shade. So I'm going to wipe away this fallout with a makeup wipe. Just pop on some concealer and I'm going to set that with the powder. Okay, and just setting that with a translucent powder. On a Sigma E20, I'm going to take more Lovesick and I'm going to place that along my lower lash line. And I'm going to make sure the shadow connects to my top lid right out here. See that nice line? Now on that same brush, I'm going to take more Bella, that lightest shade in the palette, and just use that to soften up the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take LX Queen on a Sigma E58. This is like a big angled shadow brush. I'm going to start by stamping this along the top lash line. And then picking up a little bit more and doing a slight little wing. And then also taking a little more of that shade right on the outer part of my lower lash line. Now just take your favorite highlighter and pop it in your inner corner. I'm using Sigma Sizzle. Now I'm gonna go pop on some mascara and lashes. All right, my mascara and lashes are on. For my lashes, I'm wearing my brand The Bright Lashes, and I'm wearing the Half Lash in Flutter. I just opened a brand new pair. I love wearing a new pair of lashes because there's like no gunk on the lash band. It just looks so nice and clean. Love this lash, and it's finally now back in stock. I love how the shadow turned out. It's nice and pretty and smoky. These tones are just gorgeous. It's kind of funny to be wearing this look right now because it's gorgeous and clear and 75 out right now. Like, this is not a summer look, but I think this is so pretty maybe for like a date night if you're going out. Again, I just can't get enough of this palette. I think the formula is beautiful. I love all the shades inside, and again, if you want to check out my other video with it, I'll link it down below for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.